old-fashioned human toil. Long a constant in this country, now made heavier by the legacy of climate change. These labourers are tasked with mending a stretch of railway track knocked out by floodwaters over the summer. Back-breaking work, but critical. Hadi Bucks Jamali has worked for the railway for 30 years. In Sindh, we are destroyed, he says. Our livestock, our trains, our roads, everything. People are living on the road. Mosquitoes are biting them. We need help. We need help. An estimated 75% of districts in Sindh province remain flooded, including key roads and bridges. This one was originally built to link two towns on either side of a deep drainage canal. Bridge and canal now both submerged. Engineer Zafarullah Sumro is monitoring the water level.
How much time it takes to drain out the water? I think in this situation 15 to 20 days or more, then this bridge will be normal.
The longer the water lingers, the greater the risk of hunger and disease for hundreds of thousands of people made homeless. All across Sindh, tattered tents clinging to narrow strips of high ground stretch as far as the eye can see. So too do the haunted looks on parents' faces, afraid they won't be able to feed their children. We lost everything, says this mother. Our walls came down. We only managed to save ourselves. Many people living in Pakistan already live in the most dire of circumstances. This is what it looks like when you add a climate catastrophe on top of it. People here will tell you they've received little, if any, aid. And critics say the government isn't ready for another one and that the world certainly isn't either. Another camp, this one close to the city of Badin and within arm's reach of a Pakistan military base. Soldiers distributing food and medicines. The government in Islamabad says it is now out of money, and there are growing demands here for what activists call climate justice from the West.
But the international response, we're not very happy with that, because we feel that this is because of climate change. And Pakistan is not a great contributor to climate change.
Less than 1%, in fact. As the test trains begin to roll, the railway workers say they know there may well be more and worse flooding on the horizon. If there is, they say, they'll simply fix the tracks again. Part of the price they're already paying.
So, Margaret, as you mentioned, this isn't just a case of rebuilding, which is going to take years, but also there's the immediate health crisis, which the UN says puts millions of people at risk.
That's right, Ian, and it's not just the drugs, you know, the malaria pills, the clean drinking water. It's also access people have to medical care. We brought you the story last week of a mother who had to walk through flood waters to give birth. She gave birth by C-section. The child was born in difficulty, and just hours old, she had to send him with an uncle to another city for specialty care. When we reported the story, the baby was still in stable condition. We've unfortunately learned that he's since died. He died a few days later. It's a pretty stark reminder of just how dangerous, how fragile things are for people in Pakistan in those flood zones right now. Ian.
All right, Margaret, thank you.